This isn't private property.
I'm going to take my camera in and do this to you where you work.
You're not allowed in this building without an appointment. You need to leave.
I'm here for a legitimate reason,
You
though.
are not allowed in this building without an appointment. You need to leave.
I'm gonna end up calling the cops. They're gonna end up removing you and trespassing you.
This is a public building.
It's not. As much as you would like it to be, it's not. So I'm just letting you know when the cops show up, I'm gonna request that they give you a trespassing ticket.
You can definitely
And
do
you're going to
that.
have to delete everything that's on that phone that you've been recording.
That's not going to happen.
I see my staff behaving in a way that's completely unacceptable. I sincerely apologize for that. There should never be a reason we would call police. I've not communicated that to them, and that's a failure on my part. You know the law better than most. I'll give you that. The video that you did here a couple of weeks ago, it is painful to watch. Chris, that is absolutely unacceptable. I completely agree. We just decided that, you know what, we need to do better.
Hey guys, we're here to do a quick follow-up on the DMV. This is the one where they called the police on me, accused me of being a pedophile, and Sergeant Larson was calling me a jackass. I got a text message from the DMV asking me if I want to do a quick survey, so I did, and I got a response from Rob Baker, who is also in the body cam footage. He's the one that's on the cell phone in the back office there, agreeing with Sergeant Larson that I'm really good at being a jackass. And, you know, saying that I'm disrupting business and how can they charge me with harassment, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to call him back. He called me and left me a voicemail, so I'm going to call him back. But before I do that, I want to read to you what I wrote in the survey. I said, Diane, Cassandra, Dominic, and Diemante called the police on me for documenting my own interaction at the DMV. They accused me of being a pedophile. This is slander and unacceptable. They were so concerned about personal information being stolen that they were willing to violate my rights in order to protect that info. Protecting private info is your responsibility, not mine. The federal law that Rob Baker speaks of puts the DMV on the line, not me. My intent was not to steal people's PII, and the act of getting PII in itself is not illegal. It's what you do with it afterward that can be illegal. Dominic committed harassment CRS 18-9-111 by following me around in a public place with the intent to alarm or annoy. I gave Dominic a chance to apologize so I don't have to pursue charges, but he declined. I am now following up with the detective to ensure he is charged. The staff are the ones who broke the law, not me. They used my PII to do a Google search on me, which is a misuse of private info. I would like a formal apology for this disgusting display of disdain for the public they serve. I am considering suing the DMV and the state of Colorado for slander. You still have a chance to make things right. I do follow-ups until the behavior is changed. I hope you reach out to me so I don't have to come back several more times with more people and more cameras. If you hold your ground, I will continue to record at the DMV until you remove that unconstitutional policy and respect our rights. Thank you. So, let's call him. See if he answers, see what he has to say. This is Rob Baker, guys.
Driver license, Rob Baker.
Hi, Rob. This is Christopher Cordova calling you back.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm well. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. You know, I saw your comments, and actually, I agree with most of them. And I was wondered if you wanted to meet and talk about it. I'm assuming you'd want to be on film and just discuss it, and I can share a little bit about what we're doing to correct our problem. I just kind of wanted to acknowledge some of your points and kind of share what we're doing about it to kind of fix the problem.
Okay, so that sounds great. Why the change of heart?
Because the video that you posted made us realize that we are really off course. Chris, it was absolutely ridiculous. I agree with you. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over things, maybe point by point if you want, or however you want to handle it, and just share what we're doing, because we're off course and I want to get back on track.
Sounds great, Rob. So I will see you at Westgate at 10 on Thursday then.
Yep, I'll be there.
Sounds good.
I'm 6'7", so
Oh,
you'll
wow.
probably figure out who I am.
Okay, cool. I'll see you then. Thanks for the call.
Chris.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. All right, guys, so that was interesting. So I guess we will stay tuned for the interview on Thursday and we'll see how it goes. Maybe we've made a change. Maybe it's a trap that they have a warrant for my arrest, and who knows, I guess, right? But we'll find out, so stay tuned. Hey guys, Never Met Your Audits, AKA the Mile High Auditor. We're back here at the Westgate DMV to have an interview with Rob Baker, who's the director. He's the guy that they called on the phone with the body cams over here when they were all calling me a jackass and laughing and all that, so.
He's just trying to be a jackass.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's very good at that. You call me a jackass.
No.
I'm kidding.
And I'm here, of course, with the lovely Sweet Tea Audits. So.
You're a disgrace.
So he's a pedophile. If I go out there to parents right now and go, do you want this pedophile filming you? If I was in the public, that's what I would be doing right now.
LUIS and the last one.
Come on over here.
What's up, Dominic?
How's it going, Chris?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
You are a disgrace.
You
Mob
are
against
doing
me?
something wrong. You're breaking a federal law.
It's a federal
It's a
law?
federal act. It's a privacy, protection against. I forgot the name of it because it's over
Yeah.
there on the thing. My job is to
Security
kick
guards?
people out of buildings. Like,
No, that's not your job. You just said your job is to remove people from this building. That's not your job, man. Your job is to observe and report. You don't even know your own job. Christopher, nice to meet you.
Rob.
Nice to meet you.
Last name is Baker. I'm the support services manager for driver license. I think we have a lot of improvement to do. We are supposed to be all about customer service. And when you come in and film, we kind of lose our customer service and it becomes a little bit adversarial, and I'm determined to change that for all of our offices. You are very, very good at your job. You are very good at intimidating people. Whether that's your intent or not, that is the result. This country is a little bit crazy right now. Kids get shot by ringing a doorbell. Girl gets shot for turning around in somebody's driveway. It just, all the stuff you hear on the media makes everybody a little bit anxious. So when you come in and are pretty aggressive, which is your methodology, it makes our staff really nervous because they're actually in fear. And what I want to do with our training, which is scheduled early next month to start, it's going to have to be an ongoing process, but I want to make sure that our staff realizes that you're not dangerous, you're not a threat to them, you're on a mission to accomplish a goal, but you're not going to film them and look them up and show up on their doorstep. You know the law better than most. I'll give you that. So our staff just doesn't understand, and it's up to me to try and help train them so that they understand that you're not a threat. You're coming in, you want to film, and we need to do what we can to assist you with whatever you want to do. The video that you did here a couple of weeks ago, it is painful to watch. It truly is. How long has this been going on? I mean, I saw some of the videos in Centennial that you did. Was that a year and a half ago?
That was about a year and a half ago. That was the first one that I did, yep. And that's actually, that video, I actually got doxxed. I don't know who exactly did it. I think it was Reema.
I'm not giving you authorization to record me,
I
right?
don't need permission to record you, miss.
Me? Why?
No.
It's my
Because-
picture, and I don't want
But
you
here's
to
the thing,
record
you have no expectation of privacy in public, ma'am. And you work for the public,
You are
right?
zooming in on me while I'm talking to you, so I
I'm
expect
allowed to
that.
record you. You work for the public, right?
We are guaranteed and allowed our privacy.
Sorry, sir.
What we are
Miss-
not allowed is that the public gets to know what goes on in the business.
Excuse me, miss. I just need to get a complaint form or a number to talk to in regards. Oh, here's another one. Freaking out over a camera.
Now this is considered harassment. So that's what we call it.
And then she thinks it's harassment. Property. This
Where do
isn't
you
private
work? I'm
property.
gonna take my camera in and do this to you where you work.
Well, I mean,
It's very
if I worked,
disrespectful.
if I worked for the public, then you could do that.
Disrespectful.
That's your right. It's freedom. We live in
Very
America, right?
disrespectful. I'm through talking.
It's the
to you.
freedom of the press.
I'm
We
done
got this
talking
guy
to
here.
you.
You're going to be a star on YouTube also. Somebody published all my PII over there. So I actually reached out to, can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she's the new manager over there for Reema, the black gal. Anyways.
At Centennial, it's Ali Ward.
Okay, so it changed. I sent, I don't know if you got the message, but I went over there like 3 times and talked to her, and she was supposed to forward that out. I wanted to see what you guys were going to do in regards to my personal information being sent out by the DMV. Somebody in the comments on one of my videos published my personal information in my comments, talking something along the lines of "Don't mess with people at the DMV." I'm paraphrasing this here. Really, what I want is to be rectified, right? So, you guys taking personal information, not you personally, but whoever did that, that's a crime. So basically what I'm looking for is you guys to do some investigation on that. I would like a written apology from that individual. And I would also like an apology from whoever the PR person is at the DMV with indication of what disciplinary action was taken towards this individual. That's my email. So if you want to email me, or forward that email when you guys do the investigation and figure out what's going on.
Okay, absolutely. 'Cause, yeah, that's not okay to do.
So, that's the thing is you guys say, people's private information when I've never released people's private information from the DMV, but you guys, or at least one of your employees, released all of my information. That's how everyone knows my name. They know my address, they know my old address, stuff like that, because of your employees at the DMV, because they don't like what I'm doing. And I appreciate that you are trying to do some training. That's great. But in the beginning, you said that I'm intimidating, for one, which I don't think I'm intimidating at all. I come in here very peaceful. I do get agitated when I have guys like Dominic over here who is following me around, blasting his music as loud as it goes on his cell phone. So I did call him a dummy because that's what he was being. So anyone is going to get agitated when you're a law-abiding citizen and this guy's following you around. He's breaking the law. I'm not breaking the law. And then you said that I'm aggressive. I'm not aggressive at all. So if you said you saw the video. I was not aggressive whatsoever. I was calm and peaceful. And you said that I'm here for a goal. My goal is, like you said, people, your employees, they don't understand, what we're doing, and they get intimidated, stuff like that, and they don't know how to respond to it. Well, that's what we're trying to change. So this is actually a good thing. I want people to be able to come in here with a camera and not get harassed, not get the cops called on them, not get called a pedophile, right? Not use my personal information to do a Google search was a misuse of my PII. There's plenty of interactions. I mean, you saw the one at Centennial. I'm super calm. The only time that I get aggressive, I'm going to give you some air. You talked for a while here. Okay. The only time that I get aggressive, like at Parker, right, when I had the security guard getting inches from me, right, he was the one being intimidating.
Yep. You need to back off. Yeah, back off. You need to push back. You can still see paperwork back here. We have privacy issues, and we need you to move.
What law is that, sir?
It's a policy.
Policy's not a law. Look how close. Don't touch me, sir. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Look how close he is to me, guys. Yeah, look how close he is to me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Have a good day.
You need to do not touch me. You need to back up. I do not need to go anywhere. Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Look how close he is to you guys.
Yeah.
Look how close he is to you. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Have a good day.
You need to do not touch me.
You need to back up.
I do not need to go
Yes,
there.
you do. The owner of this area asked you to
Owner
move
of
back.
the area? Who's the owner of the
Yes.
area? This guy's bumping into me, guys. He's bumping into me now. He's touching me right
That's
now.
because you
He's
are
touching me.
encroaching on our privacy and the privacy of the public.
Sir, I'm not
Scoot
here to
back,
record
sir.
anyone's
Sir.
personal information. It says right there, stop touching me. Don't touch me.
I'm not touching you.
Yes,
So
you were. You
but
were bumping
need-
into me
but
before.
You need to,
You're bumping into me
back
before.
up. New policy.
You're bumping into me before.
New policy.
The sign is moved, so now you have to move where the sign is at. I don't know why you're making this so difficult, sir.
I don't know why
You
you're
gotta
making
move back
it
behind-
so
sir, you gotta move back
Why are
behind
you
the
making it
stop
so
sign.
difficult?
You
Sir,
gotta
can you
move
No,
back
I just
behind
saw
the
you
stop
move
sign.
that. I just saw you move that.
New policy.
There's no new
That's-
policy. There is no new policy.
That's it
It
right
doesn't matter policy, man. What matters law.
Sir, move
The law
back.
is what matters, not the policy, bud.
Sir, move back.
Look how close this guy is to me.
Yes,
Look,
I
he's
am
touching me
close.
right now. He's touching me, guys.
You've got to
Sir,
move.
you have to move.
I don't have to
You're
move
bothering
anywhere.
the
I don't have to move
customers,
anywhere. You
nagging
guys are the one that
challenges.
created the conflict.
And you
You
need
guys
to move
created the
back.
conflict, not me.
You need to move back, sir.
You need to back up. Stop
You
getting
gotta
so
move
close
back.
to me.
You
You
need
need
to
to
move
back
back.
up. I'm not moving nowhere.
Back up.
I'm
sir.
not moving
Sir,
anywhere.
Back up.
No.
Sir, you need to back up. Right
No, I'm not moving anywhere, bud. I'm not moving anywhere. You need to back up, bud.
No, I'm not moving.
Yeah, I'm not moving either, bud. Look, he's touching me.
You're just-
He's touching me, guys. So we'll just sit here. This guy wants to try to intimidate me.
When I look at the video that was here, I see my staff behaving in a way that's completely unacceptable. I sincerely apologize for that, and we're going to fix that. I trust me, we are going to fix that. We've set up a lot of different protocols for their behavior. We've not addressed this at all with them, and that's a huge failure on my part. And so him following you around, he has gotten no direction. He got some direction during that day from the staff, but I need to set up protocols for all locations that his job is to keep the peace. His job is to make sure, his job is not to give you any information. His job is just to keep the peace. And you know what? If one of the customers happens to get upset with whatever you're doing, his job is also to protect you, because you're here legally doing filming, which is legal to do, and you need to be protected too if somebody gets aggressive with you. And that's his job too. But so far, I've not communicated that to them, and that's a failure on my part, and that's part of the training that I'm going to do.
Excellent.
We have an obligation under federal law. You made a great point in your comments, and I really appreciated your comments because that helped me understand that we have so far to go with our training. But we have an obligation under DPPA to protect a person's private information. That doesn't apply to you. Lakewood can't come in here and enforce a federal law. They don't have the authority. I'm not so much saying you're intimidating. I'm saying that due to a lack of information and a lack of experience with this, our staff gets intimidated.
Right. I can understand
And that's their problem, not necessarily yours. It's no different, Chris, whether you come in here and film or whether the media comes in here and gets some B-roll that they want to use, or whether a mom wants to film her 16-year-old daughter getting a document. We should handle it the same way, with the same customer service that we would provide anybody else in here, and that's my goal. And I kind of think that's your goal too.
Absolutely, that absolutely 100% is my goal.
There should never be a reason we would call the police.
Yes.
We already know that they can't do anything. You're not breaking the law. It's just that because of our lack of experience, we get frustrated and intimidated, and we think, oh, we better call the police.
You guys know my friend Blind Man, the guy that comes in here with the seeing stick. He's been here a few times.
I don't know.
No, okay. Well, he was on the phone with, or one of your security guards, the Latino guy, was on the phone with you when he was here, and you told them to call the police and have him trespassed. So he's been here several times too. And then Cassandra, I believe her name is, was telling him that she doesn't give him the right to record her.
No, you can't be in here without an appointment.
I'm not here for DMV services. I'm here as an independent journalist.
That's cool, then you need to be outside the building now. I'm asking you to leave.
In public.
Let's go outside, we can talk about this then. If not, we can get the authorities involved. It's up to you. You need to come outside with me, sir. You can't be in the building without an appointment. I'm asking you to leave.
I'm telling you that I'm doing something.
No, that is not right. You're not allowed in this building without an appointment. You need to leave.
I'm here for a legitimate reason,
You are
though.
not allowed in this building without an appointment. You need to leave. You need to go outside. Let's go outside.
I will not be leaving, sir.
Yes, you will.
I'm doing something which is constitutionally protected right now.
So it's not.
No, it is
There's signs everywhere that say that you can't be recording in here.
Those signs do not trump the Constitution, ma'am.
Okay. Well, you're not allowed. It's a government building. Therefore, you're going to have to leave. What
Sorry.
I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up calling the cops. They're going to end up removing you and trespassing you.
That's fine.
And I'm just letting you know right now, I don't give you the right to record me. Therefore, you're violating mine. Call the cops.
Then you guys will have to go ahead and call the authorities
Call the
at
cops.
that point. Then we'll have to write them a summons for trespassing.
Okay.
I'm sure.
I'm here as an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay. So then I just need you to go ahead and leave.
I'm
You
sorry.
can do that outside.
This is a public building, ma'am.
It's not.
No, it is not. I'm not going to let you continue to speak because you're not right. So you can walk outside, but let's go outside. We
No,
can
sir.
go outside.
I will not walk outside.
You're being asked to leave, therefore it's turning into a trespassing. And as I've already stated, I don't give you any permission to record me.
I'm exercising my First Amendment right to film in public, which is this is
It's not
public.
public.
Who owns it then?
720.
You don't own it.
Well,
State of Colorado owns it, therefore it's not public.
Which makes it public.
No.
This is a public building.
It's not. As much as you would like it to be, it's not. So I'm just letting you know when the cops show up, I'm going to request that they give you a trespassing ticket.
You can definitely
And
do
you're going to
that.
have to delete everything that's on that phone that you've been recording.
That's not going to happen.
Hey, sir, did you need some help today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, looks like you're kind of lost. Can I help you at all?
No, I'm just a journalist gathering content for a
Oh,
story.
okay. I'm worried you're going to get hurt. You
No.
look like you're going to fall. Are you doing okay?
I'm absolutely fine.
Okay,
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, you're kind of scaring me. Do you want to sit in a chair?
No, no.
Okay, do you need me to call an ambulance? Are you okay?
I don't have any problems with me.
Okay, are you sure you're feeling all right today?
Why would there be concern about me not
It
feeling?
just looks like you're almost ready to fall.
Why? Because I'm blind?
No, it just looked like you were falling. I just want to make sure you're okay.
No, I'm absolutely fine.
Okay, well, you let us know if you need help, okay?
Okay.
What's your name?
I choose not to give that at this time.
Oh, okay. Well, let me know if you need any help. We're happy to help you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. I'm on your left. I just wanted to check on you, see if you're doing okay. Are you doing okay?
I'm just doing perfectly
Did you need any help with anything?
No, I don't need any help.
Okay, well, let me know if you need help anytime, okay? We're happy to help you here, okay?
Okay.
We want to make sure that you're safe, okay?
Well, why would I not be safe?
Oh, because there's a couple customers that are worried about you falling. Are you think you're okay?
Why would they be concerned about that?
We have really nice people here
Mm.
that really care about people. So we just want to make sure that you're okay. Are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're doing okay. Hi, do you need some help?
No, I don't need any.
Are you sure you don't need any help?
Well, it looks like you're trying to, and looks like I remember you asking if I needed an ambulance last time.
Yeah, because the customer was so concerned about you. They're worried about you being hurt. Are you okay?
Well, that's disingenuous concern.
Oh, no. Well, I'm sorry that you're judging me, but I don't judge you. I'm asking you if you'd like a credential issued today, sir.
You know, I'm just gathering content for a story.
Okay, well, you have a good day. I'm glad you're such a nice person, but please don't tell people how they think, okay? Don't appreciate it.
Well, I can say whatever I want because that's freedom of speech.
The employees here don't give anyone their rights. These are God-given rights that we have that are constitutionally protected. I'm not a constitutionalist. I don't believe that I have constitutional rights. I believe I have natural rights, but I believe that the Constitution does protect my rights in some form and fashion. I especially think that the police officers, not that that has anything to do with you, but you said you were law enforcement, right, for 25 years. So you should know that we have a First Amendment right to record in public because you swore an oath to the Constitution, right? So if you swear an oath to uphold a document against all enemies, foreign and domestic, I think you should know what that document says. And the majority of the police officers that I encounter, they don't even know the 5 freedoms guaranteed to us by the First Amendment. That's it. let alone the Bill of Rights, let alone the entire Constitution. So that is an important thing too. I think that police officers, you being former law enforcement, I think that their 6 months training, I don't think that's enough. I think in order to enforce the law, they should know the law. And especially as much money as police officers get paid nowadays, I think that they should be like a paralegal. They should go to school for 4 years and understand the Constitution in and out before they're out here enforcing laws, because this is what happens. That's why we have civil rights attorneys and we have all this stuff on YouTube, right? It's because lack of education. So I appreciate you calling me in here and sitting down and having a conversation with me and letting me know that that's your plan to educate all the employees. That's fantastic.
I really think we're on the same page. When the First Amendment gives us the right to designate time, place, and manner, how come we need to recognize your right to film, but you can't recognize our right to designate time, place, and manner?
Well, time, place, and manner is specific to time being the hours of operation. That's the only time that you can restrict it. So if you guys are closed, you guys close at 5, I can't come in here at 5:15 and record. That's where time comes in.
Correct.
Place and manner is like, okay, if you're having some type of event over here, right, and you're gonna block off this area and it's invite only, that would be place and manner, like you're doing some type of fundraiser or something like that. Libraries do that because libraries are limited public forums. So a library might have a conference room that's normally open to the public, but now they're doing a fundraiser or some type of event in there, it's invite only. That's time, place, and manner. I can't go in there and record. But anytime something's open to the public, there is no time, place, and manner.
Okay. Just curious of what your opinion was on that. I think that the AGs might disagree with you, but it has no bearing on my direction going forward. I was just curious of what your thoughts were.
Well, speaking of AGs, so I don't know if it was you or somebody, they were saying that they were going to try to press charges through the attorneys general, right? And hopefully from a federal level, charge me with a crime.
They're going to try to go through the Attorney General to charge him.
Perfect. So what happened from your position on that day until today?
If I said that, that was misguided.
So did you speak with a legal advisor or your attorney or something like that, and they advised you that maybe that's probably not a good idea?
No, I actually looked at the videotape, and I looked at your comments that you sent us, which is how I contacted you through that number. And I worked with my boss, the director for driver license, and we just decided that, you know what, we need to do better. And doing better doesn't involve an adversarial relationship with prosecution. It involves doing the right thing, giving you the customer service that you want, like we would and should do anybody else.
I believe that people's private information should be protected too, and that's kind of why we do this. That's why I do this. It's to stress test this to see if you're going to protect other people's information, but do it in a way that's not violating people's individual rights. If you watch my videos, I don't sit there and record people and try, just regular citizens. Whenever I go into a building, I have business to conduct at the building, and I'm just here to document my own interaction and my own interactions with government. So out of the 10th Circuit, Blvd kind of states that we have a lawful right to record the public officials in the course of their duties. So that's what I'm doing. And although, like I said, again, law doesn't equal morality, so I could legally come in here and just start recording kids. That's not what I do. If there's kids inadvertently on my camera, there's nothing I can do about that. But people get so up in arms about their kids on cameras when children, when they're out there in the public, they're recorded by 50, 100 cameras a day, just like everyone else, right? So, and plus you guys have security cameras, which we can come do a public records request on those. Anyone can do that, and they can do it anonymously, right, through Cora. So, I mean, they're already being recorded. So that's another fear that I think that I would like people to not over-exaggerate or catastrophize, is that my kid, you can't record my kids. Again, that's creepy if I'm going over there and just not recording your kids, but I don't do that, so.
And the cameras don't work anymore.
Oh, they don't?
I'm kidding, they do.
I would like to say that I do appreciate you taking this time and sitting down with me and trying to do this. It really does mean a lot.
Hang on to my phone number. Reach out to me, once a month or whatever cadence you want. I'll give you an update on where we're at with our training. And I would encourage you at some point to pick an office and go and see how they react. And you know what? If they don't quite do it right, that means we need more training, and we'll get it right.
I do appreciate the apology. I believe that it was sincere, so I thank you for
absolutely.
that. I would also like to see if I can get an apology from Dominic, Cassandra, Diemante, and Diane. Do you think that's possible?
I think the apology, we haven't trained them yet. We haven't laid out what they did right, what they did wrong. So I think that would be premature, and I'm hoping that you would kind of accept that apology from me. Dominic got bad advice when you were here last to stand in front of the camera and do this stuff, and I have not had a chance to correct that yet. So trying to get that from them, I think, would be awkward. I guess is the best way to put it. Since I kind of oversee a lot of this, I was hoping that you would kind of accept that apology from me being for his behavior, because he was not given any direction by me. He was kind of doing what he was told, and he's going to get a different education. Because I mean, it's silly to try to play Hotel California while you're doing it. It's silly to try to stand in front of it. It's adversarial. We don't need to be adversarial.
Dominic was told incorrectly, so that happens a lot with security guards. We notice is they don't educate them and they just throw them out to the wolves essentially. And so they're told, and they say we're doing our job. Theo, he said that was his first day on the job. He said, right? So
I only started today, so I don't know.
Today's your first day?
Yeah.
He did get physical with me. He bumped into me several times. That is, like you were saying, when does it turn into harassment? That is literally the definition of harassment. And so, that is unacceptable. But again, if you guys can train these guys that you are not to make physical contact, your job is to observe and report, like you said, to make the peace. When I was speaking with Dominic, he said that his job is to kick people out of here.
My job is to kick people out of buildings.
No, that's not your job.
I cringed when I heard that. Right. But that's, again, until I can get their bosses to the table and say, this is what you're doing, and this is not what you're doing.
As far as Diane, Cassandra, and Diemante, I still would like a apology. Now, if you need to educate them first, that's fine. I would like to have an apology because of the fact that they all accuse me of being a sex offender with no real evidence. If you Google my name, Christopher Cordova, there's a gentleman that comes up who's in prison for 144 years that has 5 counts on a child. That's what they were referring to. So,
Chris, that is absolutely unacceptable. I completely agree with you. Just give me a chance to fix it.
Okay. And I will give you that chance, and I appreciate it. I still would, at the end of the day, though, I would still like an apology from all 3 of those individuals. And I don't think that's unreasonable.
Okay. I cannot promise and speak for them, but I can work towards that.
I'd like to take a moment to address Rob Baker. Rob, you said you cannot promise and speak for them, but you'll work on it. Now, although overall I was happy with the outcome of this conversation, that is completely unacceptable. Apologizing to me for their actions is the least they can do, the very bare minimum least. They should all be fired for their actions. They should all be fired for calling the police on me, for violating my rights. When you call the police on someone, you are putting their lives in danger. You are 8 times more likely to be killed by a police officer in the United States than a terrorist. Everything the police do is either with force or at the very least the threat of force. Otherwise, why would anyone listen to them? Your employees lied to the police about me being a sex offender and a pedophile, and they broke the law. and you won't even have them apologize for their actions. Now, I know I didn't say anything at the time of this interview, but I didn't think of it. And now that I'm watching this footage at home, I am appalled. I'm sorry, Rob, but you just got to do better than that. Diane instructed to have somebody call the police. I think actually she did call the police herself on my friend Regan Benson, who was outside. She wasn't even inside the building. She does homeless outreach, and she's here trying to have one of her homeless people get an ID, and she was recording, because that's what she does. She documents. And Diane threw a tantrum and had the police called. And that's actually the reason why I came here in the first place, is because of that bad interaction. Diane is creating more of this. She's creating more people to come back here. That document that Officer Salido gave me that says your rights as a First Amendment auditor, First Amendment rights or something like that. Now, was that drafted up because of my audits that I've been doing in your region?
Yeah.
So now that you are going to train the employees that we have a lawful right to come in here and record, we can document our own interactions with the government, are you going to get rid of that policy that states that you cannot record within 12 feet?
No, because we still want to use that guideline if we can.
I'm okay with that as long as the policy is not enforced as though people have to abide by it. If you will specifically say this is a guideline, we prefer you not to. The majority of Americans, they don't know their rights. So if you don't know your rights, really you don't have any, right? So what happens is 99.9% of people who are told that you can't record within 12 feet, they're just going to believe that that's like a law. And if they say, well, we'll call the police, then they think, okay, I don't want to get arrested. So I just don't want the government to be misleading and manipulating people. Like, again, Sergeant Larson said that I'm manipulative.
I think he's trying to egg your folks here and us to kick him out, to sue us. It's very methodical and manipulative.
When to the contrary, you guys saying that this policy, you have to abide by it, or we'll call the police and have you trespass, which is what Cassandra told Blind Man, that is actually the manipulative behavior. So as long as we can not have that manipulative behavior trying to manipulate citizens into thinking they have to abide by it, I'm okay with that. What do you think?
There should never be a reason to call police. For these reasons that you point out, we should never call the police, and that's part of our training that we're going to give people.
Appreciate that. In the beginning of this conversation, you said that there are a lot of crazy people out there, and you said something about the mainstream media. This stuff's on the news, that stuff's on the news. And here's the thing, is that if you watch a lot of mainstream media, yes, you will believe that the world is a very scary place, right? And we need a lot of cops and government to protect you. When actually, to the contrary, we literally live in the most peaceful times in human history since we've been recording it. So you are the least likely to be the victim of a violent attack today than any other time in human history. So when you go out and you have a conversation with a stranger, right, we aren't scared of the other humans right off the bat, right? There's expected to be some mutual respect, right? So that's the thing, is if you let the media brainwash you, you will think that. And here's the thing, is that human nature, so we've actually only had this population explosion within the last few hundred years, right? So 99% of the human population, or the human existence, has been in 50 to 100 people tribes. So in tribal times, it was advantageous to focus on the negative, because somebody could be over there, a lion could be over there attacking you, or maybe another tribe member come over and attack you, right, and kill you and your offspring. And there's only 50 or 100 of you, right? So you can't afford to lose anyone. So since we've only had this population explosion, our brains aren't evolved to have 8 billion people, where we're more peaceful now, right? So our brains are hardwired to focus on that stuff, and the media knows that. So that's why for every 20 bad stories, they only put one good one. Because if it was all good, just like I said, if I post videos on my channel where everyone's doing a great job, I'm going to get no views, right? It's the same thing. So try to stay away from the mainstream media saying that it's really bad and there's a lot of bad people out there. Of course there's bad people out there. Of course there's violent people out there. But to say that, we have to be on guard because, the shooting's on the news all the time. Well, there's 5,000 great stories that happened that day that they could have chose, but they choose the shooting because they know that that's what people are going to focus their attention on. So I just wanted to point that out to you.
I absolutely agree with you.
You're kind of working to put a plan together for the training. I love that. Would it be possible for us to sit? No. No, you didn't even know what I was going to ask.
I did that on purpose. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Once we go through the training, come up with some different protocols that we expect our staff to follow during filming incidents, I'd be more than happy to share those with you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. I got a question. Is the DMV over there right next to Denver Police Station District 5, is that one of yours?
I don't know where District 5 is. Oh, I know where you're talking about.
Carrie is the manager
That's
there?
our Denver Northeast office.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's ours.
Did you see the video? We were just there. We just published one last week there.
Oh, I did not see it.
So Carrie called the police on us. Obviously, we're allowed to be here, so we just want to come back for a follow-up. Just make sure you guys aren't going to call the police on us. So we're allowed to be here then, right? And we don't have to be.
I have to follow my policy.
Yeah. But we don't have to follow the policy, right? That's confirmed.
It's what same thing would happen if we do it again.
So you're going to call the police on us again if we come back?
If it's not, if the regulations aren't adhered to.
Okay.
Then that's
So you're just going to continue to call the police even though they just told you we have a constitutional right to come in here and record?
So I have to do what I do. You do what you do. There's nothing personal, and I'm not going to go through each individual step.
The lieutenant just educated you, ma'am, that this is a constitutional protected activity, and it's a policy.
If you want to talk to the department and they want to change the policy, fantastic.
Well, that's just a shame, you know, like your pride and ego's on top of the Rock of Gibraltar here. You're telling us that.
That's a very large assumption.
Well, you just told me that you're going to call the police on me if I come back.
What I told you is, I work for the department, and I will follow the department's policy.
So he tells you to call the police every time?
If the 12 feet is not adhered to, yes.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to come back here like probably once a week then.
I mean,
and we can just keep having the police come here and tell you there's nothing that we can do, wasting taxpayer money, right?
If that's how you want to spend your time, then.
Well, this is what I do for a living, ma'am. I expose people who try to call the police on free Americans who aren't breaking the law.
Okay.
That's what I do.
All right.
So you need to do better, ma'am. That's unacceptable. We were trying to be nice to her. Now that one, I will admit, I was a little bit more aggressive, but that was only because.
Say that again for me.
Wait a minute.
She said she's going to continue to call the police on us even after the police educated her because that's their policy. So she would be a good one to be educated.
We don't have a policy to call the police. There's no expectation that I'm aware of that we automatically call the police when a filmer shows up. We don't do it when a mom films her 16-year-old.
It's shocking, it really is.
I will do you a favor though, since you did have this meeting with me. I will not go back there and see Carrie until you've had some time to educate people. So you said I got your number and I can reach out to you every month or so. And we can touch base and I'll give you a reasonable amount of time to get everyone educated. We'll come do a few follow-ups just to make sure that our rights are respected. And if they are, then we will be out of your hair.
I welcome that.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it, Rob. I really do. I did actually have a records request, so I'm going to just turn this into you. And just make sure that you can read it and everything. So I'm requesting any and all emails sent from Pam with the following words or phrases.
To what end? Is this?
Oh, I just wanted to know what was in the email.
Oh, okay.
Because they're talking about me, so.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
It's public information, so.
I understand.
All right. Appreciate you, Rob, one more time.
I'll turn it in.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah, we should absolutely have a copy of what we requested.
Thank you for doing that. I would have forgot.
Yeah.
That's why I bring you with me.
I know.
You actually have the better memory of us.
I know I do.
You got the good memory and the looks. All right, guys, so that went pretty well.
Yeah, it did.
I think initially he started with the I'm aggressive and I'm intimidating, stuff like that. But I think his intentions were pure. I think that, that is something that's a little bit misconstrued, and we don't want that. We don't want people to think that we're intimidating, or we don't want people to be intimidated by us, right? So again, that's kind of like a stigma that we really just want to get rid of, and we think that Rob is, he's making steps to change that. I mean, that's awesome. This is what we want, guys. This is what it's all about right here, right?
Yay.
We're not here for clicks and views. We're not here to antagonize people because we can and throw it up on YouTube. We're here to make changes. We don't want people to call the police on us. Some of these people out here, so-called activists, they want the cops to get called so they can have good content. We want to educate, one education at a time, right? And look, guys, we are affecting change in our community right here at the DMV. This is the first one. We also have Sheridan that we're working on. So that's all it is, guys. So we appreciate everyone coming in. I appreciate all of my subscribers, all of my members. If you've been here for a while, consider subscribing and joining the DMA crew. And we will see you sometime in between now and the rest of all eternity.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.